Welcome back to a new Food Reviews with Fatty. On today's episode, we're going to be doing something as usual, slightly different. What I have here is, this is the Post 100 Years of Wonder Disney cereal. Now, as you can see, these little puffs here are what it is, basically. I went ahead and added milk and went ahead and did this. Disney, I know they're at this forefront of all the crazy stuff, and they decided for the 100 Years of Wonder, they're going to put out confetti cake flavored cereal with rainbow sprinkles. That makes you wonder, right? Now, I don't have anything against anybody at all. I really don't care what your race, creed, or sexuality is. However, Disney is definitely pushing the rhetoric. Disney, your confetti rainbow puffs, what are you trying to signify here? Because Disney hasn't been like that for 100 years. This just started happening a couple years ago. So, let's be honest, nothing wrong with inclusion and exclusivity. But what are you trying to do here, Disney? Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and try this cereal. The box of cereal was only $1.25. I got it at Dollar Tree. But it is a limited time offering from Disney, according to the box. So, I went with it. I ran with it. And dink it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start off and say it doesn't taste like any kind of cake I've ever had in my entire life. It's not terrible, but it's really, really sweet. There's not a whole lot going on here. It's just basically a Post, sweet cereal. That's basically it. I guess in this general case, it kind of tastes like, I want to say it's like a sweeter version of Kix. If you ever had Kix cereal, that's kind of what it reminds me of. It's just like they added a little extra flavor to the Kix cereal. And some rainbow sprinkles for absolutely no reason. It doesn't really make it look better. In fact, it actually looks like there's just chemicals dumped on the cereal. Kix was actually a really good cereal as a kid. They had different flavors and stuff like that. This here, there's a reason why this is at Dollar Tree. Everybody knows that Disney's been pushing the woke culture and the rhetoric of, we got to have this and this and this in a movie, or else it's not inclusive to everybody, which makes no sense, because when you pick one race, creed, or sexuality, and you make that the central character of the movie, that's always going to ruin stuff for everybody. Because now, some people feel favoritism, other people feel that they're not being favorited. And, of course, Disney has always been on that level where they were always just kind of sticking to one race of characters for the most part, and being very stereotypical. As everybody knows, the CEOs, the bigwigs of Disney are starting to do this to try to show that they care more about the communities that are out there, but really it's not helping out. In this general case, I feel that they really need to step outside of the box and maybe include everybody. I don't see why there couldn't be a movie with a variety of races, a variety of people, of all walks of life, and just move forward, but that would be too easy. As for this cereal, the value was there because it was $1.25 for a whole box of cereal. That was good. However, when it comes to the flavor, I'm just going to go ahead and say it straight up, thumbs down. This is not great cereal, and I didn't expect it to be. I knew if I got it from Dollar Tree, chances are, even if it says Disney on the box and it's made by Post, which is the main company that makes cereal in America, one of the main, not the main, but one of the main companies that makes cereal in America, or at least all over the world, wherever. This is a very well-known name brand. You would think that it would be halfway decent. even if it has Disney's name on it. But unfortunately, it definitely was not. This is not really that great of a cereal. Like I said, it's just like a Kix with a lot more sugar. That's what it really feels like, and some rainbow sprinkles of rainbow chemicals, probably. I really don't know what the sprinkles are made out of, and it really doesn't say so on the box. So yeah, I really don't feel that this is anything good. Unfortunately, I wanted it to be, but it's not. So there's really not a whole lot to say. When it comes to these cereal videos, I'm probably going to be straight to the point and very precise about what it is, because like I said, it's just a bowl of cereal. A lot of times, sometimes it's hit or miss. I know I have some other cereal reviews I'm going to do for some limited time cereals that came out around, well, recently, actually, should I say, here in December. And I also do have some other stuff that's going to involve Christmas in a way. Christmas movies, should I say. Specifically Home Alone, and one of the treats that Kevin had in the movie. So that's going to be something coming up soon. I have now procured the illustrious Lay's Crunch Taters, both the original and the Mesquite Barbecue. So that's going to be a two-piece video. Just for the record, I'm going to be doing a two-part video on the original and the Mesquite flavor of the Crunch Taters, which I do have over here on my shelf that I keep. Basically stuff that I want to review that doesn't have to be refrigerated. And I keep everything that needs to be refrigerated in the refrigerator. So yeah, that's actually taken care of right now. So I'm going to move forward, and I'm going to go ahead and let my co-host speak. I'm going to see what Mr. Predicto thinks. Let's ask Mr. Predicto here. Mr. Predicto, do you think the Disney cereal sucks?
That is a likely outcome.
Exactly. That's a likely outcome, he says. Mr. Predicto, I'm glad you're on the same page with me today, buddy, because this cereal is awful. I'm glad I got to do the review. I'm glad I got to speak my own viewpoints on what Disney needs to do with their movies from going forward, or else they're going to lose a lot of people that are fans of Disney. I know personally myself, I grew up on the Disney movies. As a kid, there wasn't a whole lot to watch, but I was a Disney kid, kind of like watching the cartoons as a young kid. And as a youngin', as they used to say, young whippersnapper, whatever. But yeah, I mean, I actually did, enjoy those movies when I was a kid. I was taught, a lot of different lessons as a kid from some of those movies. But I mean, honestly, I always felt it was kind of whitewashed myself. Even as a kid, I was like, well, everything seemed so stereotypical, which wasn't right. And I didn't really appreciate that part of Disney, even as a kid. And as an adult now, seeing it, that the kids are, being forced to deal with all these extra things that should not be in kids' cartoons. I just think that at a young age, you should not be talking so much about your sexuality. You should not be talking so much about who should be this or that, and, just woke culture to kids. Because these ideologies that we have as adults are completely different than what a kid thinks about. I remember when I was a kid, I wasn't thinking about sexuality. I wasn't thinking about race. I was taught to love everybody. And, that was something that was taught throughout the 90s. To the 90s kids were learning, hey, we can't be against everything. So, I mean, I just wanted to put that point out there, because it feels like everybody thinks that somebody has to be on one side or the other, when in reality, we're all the same. We all bleed the same. We'll all be in the same hole, or wherever we go, we're going to all be in the same place eventually one day. And really, Disney, the woke culture, needs to stop. Period. So I'm not going to beat the horse till it's dead. I'm just going to go ahead and beat the horse in general. I just wanted to say that because it seems like this is the most confusing thing that people are having problems with, and it shouldn't be. This is something that the world is trying to bring to us because nobody can get along. So there we go. That's all I'm going to say about that there. Everybody that stayed for the video, I really want to say thank you for watching the video. I want to say thank you if you liked and subscribed and rang the bell. If you didn't, I will kindly ask, please like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Now, for everybody that stayed to the end of the video, I want to say thank you very much, all you lovely people. I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. So it is a day. And without further ado, Food Reviews with Fatty, out.